this is it. This is the last day of the trip. We've only got a few hours to fish. The plane's coming to get us at noon, and we're just gonna go out and fish for a little bit real quickly. I had lost that fish the other day. My heart was still broken, and I just wanted to see if I could catch my all-time dream fish. I was really shooting for something that was 36 inches or bigger, and a thick, heavy, colored up fish. I had already caught that fish that was 35 inches. It was a little skinnier, but I was hopeful after seeing that really big male that I'd hooked the day previous that I could get the job done. So Cort and I go out, we're fishing. It's probably one of the worst days of the trip. Fishing slow, it's windy, and just, there isn't really much happening. So after a couple hours, it's really time to go. Cort turns around, he's walking down the bank and leaves me in the watermaster, and I say, all right, as Cort's walking away, I'm gonna take 3 more casts, and then I'll row and catch up to you, and we'll pack up the tent and make sure we're ready when the pilot comes to pick us up. I go out, and on the first cast, nothing happens. The wind's kind of blowing me back. I'm trying to hold position along this drop off. The second cast, I get a fish that kind of follows a little bit and turns and leaves. And I thought, all right, this is it. I've only got time for 1 more cast, so I hurry. I throw a cast out there because the wind's pushing me out of position, and the fish starts following, and he's following and following and following, and right as my fly is coming to the drop off, he comes right up to it, right behind it, and they always have turned around at that drop off. And I strip, and it comes over the drop, and the fish still follows, and comes and just eats my fly only like 10 feet in front of my rod tip, and it is a big fish. It's a big colored up male, and I don't think I've ever been more nervous fighting a fish, because I know these fish have a habit of getting off, and this fish is an absolute specimen. He's colored up, he's kiped out, I hope he looks to be at least in that 36 inch range. And the whole fight, I'm just screaming and yelling for Cort. And he turns and looks at me a few times. He's not sure what's going on. Later on tells me he thinks that I'm like messing with him, or then he thinks maybe I got hurt. Anyway, the wind's blowing me all over, and it's just an absolute circus. But I get this fish in, I get close to the shore, jump out, kind of as I'm fighting the fish, drag the raft up so it doesn't get blown away. And I land this fish, and I'm just still yelling and screaming at Cort, who's, at this point running down the bank. And it was just such a cool moment. It was my very last cast in the Arctic, and I caught a 36-inch male Arctic char, my all-time dream fish. And after we got some video and pictures of it, we hurried as fast as we could. We weren't even all the way back to camp yet, and the pilot shows up, and so we had to pack up as fast as possible and just throw stuff in the plane, and we took off, and that was it.